finding good job opportunities. It's because of the fact that we are the only university who's located in northern Queensland. So that's one of the reasons why our employment is still 100% for some of the areas. So that's where our students can trust in terms of the employment record. Yeah, so you've got some of the companies like Ergon Energy, we've got Huawei, which we work very closely with. Then we've got the local councils, the local government where our students go and work. So US has roughly about 4,500 odd universities. So, and then you become one amongst n number of international students who go and study in US. So you don't get an opportunity to differentiate yourself, whereas Australia has only 40 universities. And out of those 40 universities, if you look at it, almost 15 to 20 of them are in the top 100 universities in the world. So the quality of education in Australia is slightly less competitive. And it gives you a lot of scope. Reasons why. That's very interesting. The reason being is if you look at the overall number of Indian families in Australia, I would say there are roughly about 50,000, 60,000 odd families who are happily living in Australia at the moment. So security, I would say absolutely. Australia is a very safe destination, but we have to take something into consideration. It's because even if you look at Hyderabad as a city, you going around at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night doesn't assure you security, does it? You're in your own city. Are you secured by roaming around at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night? No, you're not. So students they have to know the limits. At the same time, the security aspect of Australia is always there because it's a very friendly country. It's always been a very friendly country. So in terms of security, yes, Australia is a very safe destination. So if you look at our Masters of Engineering that we have introduced, it has a lot of focus towards data engineering. So yes, we are looking at it and we have one of the very good research centers when it comes to data science. But I'll also allow Professor Jacob to brief on the data science research that we do a little bit so that you understand from which perspective we stand when it comes to data science. Professional, which is a 2-year program. It's the most economical Masters of Engineering in Australia. The reason being is if you look at most of the universities, they would charge you a fees of between $33,000 and $37,000 a year, but our fees is only going to be $26,000 a year. So that's one of the major advantages because we understand that most of the Indian students are looking at a quick return on investment. And it's been targeted at that so that they can focus on their studies, they can be assured of the employment opportunities in the future, at the same time not investing too much of money onto the education. So that's one program, that's Masters of Engineering Professional. The other one is the Masters of Global Development. That's also a good program because the world is changing. Sustainability is a very important concept now. Governments want to focus on improving areas in terms of poverty and want to work towards it. So the global development program that we have designed is in line with the United Nations principles. So we work with United Nations very closely and students get a lot of exposure while doing that program. So that's one of the other programs that we introduce. It's called the Masters of Global Development.